Hi everyone and welcome to Abhishekzkitchen. Today we are going to make pizza from scratch. So let's get started.
For this we need first for the dough 470 grams double zero flour, 14 gram sea salt, 1 gram fresh yeast or 3 grams of instant yeast and 330 grams of water. For the sauce we need 4 whole peeled tomatoes, preferably San Marzano, few basil leaves, 1 teaspoon salt or as per taste and 100 grams mozzarella cheese. Now for the recipe, first for the dough, in the flour bowl add fresh yeast and 90% of the water. The remaining water will be added with the salt. Knead the dough by combining these ingredients. To get the effect of kneader and the hook, you can rotate the bowl with one hand and combine the dry flour and water with the other hand. Make sure that all the dry flour is used in the dough. The dough will be sticky, so don't worry about it. Next, add salt and water and knead until you can't feel the salt in your hands. The dough will still be sticky, so don't worry about it. Transfer the sticky dough on a clean bench. Next, knead the dough using slap, press and fold technique. Slap the dough on the bench, press it and then fold it. That means slap the dough on the bench, press it and then fold it. Repeat this for at least 5 minutes. If you're tired while kneading, then you can rest the dough and then continue kneading later. The dough will still be sticky, so don't worry about it. Rest the dough for 5 minutes so that the gluten is developed by covering it with a bowl. After resting, you will observe that the dough has started to develop a structure. The dough is still sticky, but it won't stick to your hands. Knead for 5 more minutes and rest in between if you're tired by covering the bowl. Resting is important for gluten to develop. Now, how long do we need to knead? We'll do a gluten test to check if the dough is ready or not. We'll stretch the dough gently, and if it doesn't break, then the dough is ready. But here, the dough broke, so we need to knead further. Continue the slap, press and fold technique. Rest for another 5 minutes. Next, do the gluten test again. You'll see that the dough is not breaking now. At this stage, you can stop kneading. However, if your dough still breaks, then continue kneading and resting for some more time. Next, place this gently in an oil-coated bowl. Cover this with a cling film and keep it outside at room temperature for 2 hours for the first fermentation. After 2 hours, remove the cling film and apply some dry semolina to it. Remove the dough gently and place it on a clean bench with dry semolina. Next, we'll cut the dough and make 250-gram dough balls. After measuring the dough, bring the 3 sides to the center and make a pinch. Next, drag the pinch beneath the dough to make a dough ball. You can see small gas bubbles in the dough. This means that the fermentation has started. Next, place this on an oil-coated lid of a container. We are placing this on the lid as it will be easier to remove it from the lid as compared to the container. Place this in the fridge for 24 hours. We'll make 2 more dough balls, one of 250 grams and other of whatever is left. It was 290 grams in my case. Keep these dough balls in the fridge for 48 and 72 hours respectively. Now, after 24 hours, it was around 30 hours for me. Take out the dough from the fridge and keep it outside for an hour before using it. I'll try my first attempt by keeping the pizza stone in the middle section of the oven. Next, we'll preheat the oven for an hour so that the stone is hot. Then we place our pizza. Preheat the oven to maximum temperature, which is 250 degrees Celsius in my oven, and on top and bottom heat, that is convection mode. Now for the sauce, crush the whole peeled tomatoes with your hands. Next, add salt and mix. Further, add basil leaves and mix. Your pizza sauce is ready. Next, we'll prepare the base of the pizza. Open the container of pizza dough. You can see that the pizza dough has expanded in size. Apply some dry semolina on the top and on the sides of the dough. Next, using a scraper, remove the dough delicately and place it on a bench. Next, apply some dry semolina and press the dough lightly with your fingers, leaving a half-inch crust at the edges. You can see bubbles in the dough. That means the dough has fermented well. Pop those bubbles, otherwise burn in the oven. Once the crust edges are created, expand the dough with your hands. If you're not able to expand the base, apply some dry semolina on the bench and then expand the dough. Next, add a scoop of tomato sauce at the center and then spread it in a circular motion towards the outside. Do not apply sauce on the crust and add more sauce if required. Next, break the mozzarella with your hand and add it to the pizza. Next, in the back of the oven tray, apply some dry semolina and transfer the pizza on it. Transfer the pizza on the stone and put the stone back in the oven. The pizza lost its shape when I was transferring it to the stone. I think it can be because of less dry semolina on the back of the oven tray. It can be because of lack of feel or lack of experience. We cook this on the mid-level of the oven until the pizza is brown from the edges. You can see that the pizza is cooked from the far end. Therefore, we'll rotate the pizza and transfer it back to the oven. You can see that the pizza has lost its shape, and because of that, it is uncooked in some places. The pizza was uncooked from the bottom, but I lost that video. The cheese has also turned brown in this case. The fresh white color of the mozzarella cheese is lost. Add some basil leaves to the pizza. Your first pizza is ready to serve. Now we'll prepare the pizza from the 48-hour dough. We'll take the dough out of the fridge and keep it aside for an hour for it to come down to room temperature. Yesterday the pizza was undercooked from the bottom, therefore today we'll keep the stone at the bottom rack. The oven is preheated at maximum power on convection mode for an hour. Next, after an hour, open the dough box. Before remove it from the lid, I like to tell you that I didn't apply any olive oil on the lid before placing the dough in it. You can see that the dough has expanded a lot and it is rising from the edges and is stuck to the box. Delicately remove the top of the box. Apply some dry semolina on the bench and on the dough. Apply a lot of dry semolina on the bench as on the 24-hour pizza. The shape of the pizza was lost as it was not leaving the bench and back of the oven tray. It will be hard to remove the dough from the lid as the lid was foiled. Therefore, remove it delicately and remember to foil when you ferment your dough and try to use a bigger container. Next, place the dough on the bench and pop all the gas bubbles. Gas bubbles indicates that the dough is well fermented. Well fermented dough means that the pizza will be crispy. Apply dry semolina on both sides of the dough. Next, press the dough from the bottom and move towards the top by leaving half an inch crust on the edges. Next, apply the tomato sauce and cheese. Today I got the pizza peel. Place the pizza in the oven properly. Apply dry semolina to the peel and transfer the pizza on the peel. Don't be scared to transfer, as the dough won't break due to the development of gluten. Transfer the pizza on the stone and place it back in the bottom rack of the oven. Unscoop from one side to rotate the pizza. When rotating the pizza, please take the plate out, rotate it and then flip it back. I was doing it while the stone was inside, so I touched the top filament of the oven with my arm to be careful. You can now see that the pizza is cooked from the top, but it is still undercooked from the bottom. However, we can't cook it further, otherwise it will burn from the top. Remove the pizza out of the oven using a pizza peel. What we can observe here is that the pizza's original shape is retained because of the use of the pizza peel. Cheese has turned brown and the white fresh color of the cheese is lost. Pizza is brown and crusty from the edges. However, it's white from the bottom. Add the basil leaves on top of the pizza. Cut the pizza, and if you look at the section of the pizza, you can see that the pizza is aerated and fluffy like you see in the sourdough bread. The base is white, but it is still crispy from the bottom. However, the edges of the pizza taste like crackers. I'm not a fan of this texture. However, if you like it, then you can go for it. Now we'll work on the 72-hour pizza dough. Take the pizza dough out of the fridge and keep it aside for an hour to bring it down to the room temperature. In both the previous attempts, the pizza was not brown from the bottom. Therefore, this time we'll preheat the oven for an hour at full power at top grill mode and keep the stone on the top shell so that the stone gets hot and cooks the pizza from the bottom as well. Next, remove the dough delicately as was done previously by using dry semolina. Roll the dough and apply the sauce as was done previously. This time we won't add the cheese at the start as we want the white color, the mozzarella cheese. Next, move the stone in the oven to the bottom rack and turn the oven to convection mode. Transfer the pizza to the oven stone using a peel. After the pizza is half cooked, rotate the pizza and add the mozzarella cheese to it. Transfer the pizza back to the oven. After the crust is lightly brown, remove the pizza from the oven as I didn't like the last dark brown. pizza crust. You can see that the pizza has retained the fresh white color of the mozzarella cheese. Drizzle some olive oil on the top of the pizza and add the basil leaves. I think this one is better cooked as compared to the second one from the bottom. However, I still didn't get the leopard texture in the pizza as we get in the traditional wood-fired oven. If we look at the section of the pizza, it is well aerated and soft and crispy, but not as crispy as a cracker. I like this one as the best of the three. The third one is still missing the leopard texture. Next time, if I have to make a pizza, I use a 24-hour fermentation as that one also had gas bubbles in it. However, I'll use the procedure which was stated in the third attempt. Moreover, store your pizza dough in an oil container lid and if possible use bigger containers. Do not take out your stone to rotate the pizza, otherwise the stone temperature will drop and the pizza will be uncooked from the bottom.Use a peel to rotate the pizza to maintain the pizza shape. I'll try some other oven mode next time like pan with bottom grill or only bottom grill to cook the pizza so that the pizza gets some texture from the bottom as well. Do let me know what mode you used and what texture of the pizza you got.
Thank you and namaste from my side. See you all in the next video.